Howdy. How is it going, everyone? Happy Friday. I hope everyone is having a good day so far. We are officially at the end of the week, which is fantastic, because I know everyone is always looking forward to the weekend. I'm actually looking forward to today, though. I have a lot going on today. Today is probably one of, the busiest days in my life, just because so many cool things are happening today. Not necessarily, to me, but people in my life are doing things, and it's exciting. One of my favorite music artists, released a new song today, and I've been listening to it all morning, just on repeat. I have a friend who is going to be doing a 12-hour stream today, and he's not live just yet. I don't know what time he's supposed to start today, but the hope is that I will be able to raid him when he does start. It is kind of a short stream today because, well, my streams are typically short anyway, even when I intend to make them longer. Yeah. The Sims live stream is today. They're showing off the new expansion that's supposed to be coming in a few weeks, and I am super duper hyped for that. I'm gonna turn my volume down because music be kind of loud. But yeah, lots of stuff going on. Lots of stuff. But we are hopping into The Sims Medieval today. It's been a little bit since I played The Sims Medieval, both on stream and just in general. So I'm really looking forward to it today, and yeah. So I do want to apologize for not streaming on Wednesday and for not doing the impromptu stream yesterday, although that wasn't gonna be we weren't sure if that was going to happen or not, but Wednesday I wasn't feeling super great, and then yesterday when we got home from eating, because we went out last night, I wasn't feeling super well either, so yeah. But hello, I'll go ahead and turn my camera on now. But yeah, so I hadn't been feeling well over the last couple of days, and yeah, so I just spent some time with Palin. We still played Lost Ark on Wednesday night, even if it wasn't on stream, because I had been wanting to get back into it, and yeah. And then yesterday we played some more Lost Ark, and we played a little bit of Diablo 3. So yeah. But because I did play Diablo 3 with him yesterday, he actually got me this bag that I've really been wanting from Loungefly. And it's not here yet, because he just ordered it, but it should hopefully get here fairly soon. But it's an Alice in Wonderland bag, and it's really cute, and when it does get here, I will show it on stream. So, hashtag bribe success. Little bit. You promised me Alice in Wonderland things. Why would I refuse that? Yeah. I'm wearing a Revsven hoodie right now. This is not mine, this is Palin's. But it's very warm, and I am very cold, so... so I'm wearing it. Yeah, Rev is a friend of both Palin and myself, and he's really cool, and we've raided him a few times. Plays a lot of indie games. Really, really chill dude. And so definitely check him out. If you haven't, I'll actually go ahead and give him a shout out as well, even though he's not here. But yeah, so that's his channel if anyone wants to go follow him, because he's a pretty chill dude. Lots of fun to hang out with. But yeah, as I said, we're hopping into Sims Medieval today. I do want to talk a little bit about the new Sims 4 expansion because I wanted to talk about that during Sunday's stream when we were actually playing The Sims, and then I didn't end up streaming that day. But if anyone was wanting my opinions on it, I'm really excited for this pack. I really like family gameplay, and because I am a kind of legacy player, you know, I have this whole family that I've played for literally 10 generations at this point. I like certain life stages are very boring in the game, I will admit. So might go ahead and drop the music a little bit. No problem. It's probably the actual desktop audio. But yeah. So I'm really excited for the pack. Teens and kids in the game overall are super duper lacking in content. And so I think having that interactive high school is going to be really cool. I actually had a dream about it last night that I might as well tell you about. So I think these features were confirmed to be coming through or something, maybe, or there was some speculation about it because of some wording choices from like I think it was the Sims Twitter account, or maybe it was some of the gurus, I don't know. But if you guys are familiar with any of the earlier versions of The Sims, particularly Sims 2, there was a system that was introduced called Wants and Fears. And everyone's speculating that that may be part of a new update coming with the expansion, because usually before any packs release, especially bigger packs, they do a usually pretty big update for like a pre-pack update or pre-patch update or whatever. And so Wants and Fears are one of the things that are at least being speculated to come with the patch, or maybe just the pack itself, but I think everyone's hoping that it's a actual like patch update for the base game. I think also that one of the other confirmed things is like an attraction system or something similar to it. I think it was like a sexual identity and chemistry system or whatever. So basically an attraction system and like that kind of stuff. But what my dream was about included those two things, and then also kind of the announcement of fairies in the game, but it gets cut off. Like they say like fair and then boop, or fairy boop, and it just like cuts off or whatever. Fairies aren't coming to The Sims 4, not right now. But that was the dream that I had, was that the fairies were being announced with the new pack as like a bonus feature or something. But yeah, I don't know, really weird. But yeah, I'm super excited for the pack overall though, because firstly, I like getting new worlds in The Sims anyway. It's one of my favorite things because I play The Sims so much, and constantly just being in the same worlds over and over gets a little bit tiring, especially when you play the game as much as I do. You see them all the time. So I really like getting new worlds. I like getting new spaces to have my Sims go and hang out, and it's a lot of fun. And yeah, it's probably one of my favorite things about getting new packs, especially bigger ones, because new packs means new worlds usually. Especially if it's expansions. Game packs, only a few come with worlds, but yeah, I didn't end up making a trailer reaction video for when the pack was announced, but I did make a video about a week ago, maybe a little bit over now, about when the map was leaked. And so actually on cue, basically, the last thing in chat is the link to that channel where that video is posted. So if you guys want to go watch that, there's a link for it. But yeah, super hyped for the pack. I think the only other thing that I want to tell you guys, if you are not aware, I do have Instagram now. Again, I'm familiar with Instagram a lot. I do have other accounts, but I finally made one for content creation, and I had one for it a while back, but I got rid of it, and I made it into something else or whatever. But now I have a dedicated one for it, and yeah, so I have added to the overlay the little Instagram icon, and I've changed up kind of some of the layout stuff. I am wondering if the Instagram icon looks a little bit smaller compared to the other ones, if it's like too small. I'll try to edit that later. It's a little bit hard for me to see it personally, but I tried my best, and yeah. So with that being said, because I've been talking for almost 15 minutes, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just hop into the game. So let me pause the music here, and I will turn up the game audio. Probably to there. Maybe a little bit more. That's better, I think. Okay. So we're hopping back into the Koala Kingdom save, because that is, of course, the on-stream kingdom. What is going on with my mouse here? Alrighty. So, thinking back to what I actually have to do, I think I still have to pick a new quest, so we'll go ahead and do that. I think we went the chaos route last time, where we just did like super chaotic quests. I just thought, you know, how would this go? So we might take it a little bit easier today, try to do some that aren't as like harrowing, but or because of how chaotic my tweet was about the stream, maybe we could do chaotic again. But we have options for sure. So so why don't we pick between Doomsday and Invasion? So, nothing in the kingdom moved swifter than bad news. When a haggard-looking traveler staggered into town screaming of impending disaster, it did not take long for word to spread. Koala Kingdom had its own harbinger of doom. But was there really a threat behind those apocalyptic words? Or Invasion, which is an orange sun burned in the sky and the air, was a bit too still. Somewhere in the distance, the beat of drums and the march of footsteps rose from the horizon. They were coming, and when they arrived, someone would need to face them. Koala Kingdom could not fall. The people had to be saved. Should we go with Doomsday or Invasion? Oof. I may run a quick little poll. If I could spell, that would be great. And I can only go for a minute, so we'll go ahead and start that up. And that. So yeah, I will give that a moment. I did have kind of a productive morning. I had breakfast, which I almost never do. I don't really eat breakfast food, because there's not much that I like in terms of breakfast food. But I like waffles, toast, and like 2 kinds of cereal, and that's it. So not much of a breakfast person. But I had breakfast. I did a little bit of writing this morning, which I haven't done any writing since I moved here. So yeah, it felt good getting back into my book a little bit. But all right. So Invasion was the winner. Alrighty. All right. So we will do Invasion. And we have 3 approaches we can take, and I'll probably just pick out this one. But yeah. Well, it'll be out someday. Still got a long way to go. Again, this is only the first draft, and I'm writing it by like the bigger scenes first, and then getting all the middle stuff in later. So it's gonna take some time, but all right. So we can do secure with swords. A kingdom's I can read. A kingdom's defense rests on its preparation, and there is no better preparation than one of steel. If Koala Kingdom could find a few men and women with the swords and will to meet these invaders at the gate and repel their attacks, no citizen of Koala Kingdom need fear again. A legendary trait is available in this quest, and then stop with secrets. Sometimes only one person was needed to stop an entire invasion. Sometimes a single person could take down an entire army with the power of a few select secrets. That time had come. That day was today. Or defeat with deceit. An invasion could certainly be met head-on. It could be met with swords and shields with fire and fury. But it could also be circumvented and flanked. With a bit of ingenuity, words are hard, and a dash of trickery, a few key people could prevent the invasion before it even began. Thank you. I can pronounce some words, but it's still kind of early for me, so you know what? Alright. I think we'll do, well, let me see. The stats are different. Ooh, so I can get some really good money or really good experience points. I'm torn between swords or secrets. My gut is telling me to go with secrets just because my character's supposed to be this very, like, kind of humble queen who's, like, doing all good and not vicious and not violent. Because violence isn't really my style. Unless you've seen me play Lost Ark, where, you know, I like things to explode. I like destroying things. I think I'm gonna go with Stop the Secrets, though. So, oh, I get to use my spy. Alright. The hooded figure approached under Spy Terrence, quickly taking a look around to make sure no one else was listening. There were whispers of an invasion of Koala Kingdom on the lips of many of the hired swords on the outskirts. We must move fast if we are to avoid a siege or worse, a massacre. I hear that the ones responsible are assembling in the forest. Terrence nodded as the figure stepped backwards into the shadows of a nearby alley and disappeared. There were secrets to be collected and an invasion to be stopped. Alright. Oh, this is where it gets horrible. So, my game does this thing, and I think you guys are kind of familiar with this because it did it with the Lego Harry Potter years 5 through 7 game, where if it was in full screen, all my monitors kind of like shifted over and was really weird. So in order to stop this from shifting everything over so I can actually see everything, I've had to kind of mess with some settings to make it, you know, look a decent size for me, but still able to like be readable. But there's no UI fix to like make the UI bigger in this. And so while the game itself is like a decent size, all the UI is teeny tiny. Um, so I have to like get real close to be able to read things. So fantastic. So I need to gather enough secrets of the invasion to figure out the most efficient and stealthy way to stop it. I've heard those in charge of the invasion may be gathering in the forest. Okay, so we have to go to the forest then. I'll find and follow footprints. I also need to keep track of energy and hunger and while walking down a forest path, a squirrel warily approached, stopping at under Spy Terrence's feet. It tilted its head, then dashed a short distance away before turning to look at him expectantly. Such odd behavior for a squirrel, but on a hunch, Terrence decided to follow it. Eventually, the squirrel stopped on a hollow log. Reaching inside, Terrence pulled out a small box with some oddities inside. I received a mystical metal fragment. Under Spy Terrence was able to follow the trail of a few footsteps and came upon a few brigands taking a break in the woods. He was able to listen in and catch a few words, just enough to gain a secret. From what I've overheard in the forest, a few of the brigands may have been indiscreet while visiting the village. When I get a chance, I should spend a bit of time in the village, gossiping with the regular shoppers who are there every day. I may be able to learn something about what these brigands are up to. Okay. Alright, well, I am gonna have him go home because his energy is getting kind of low and having to deal with that is, yeah. So I'm just gonna have him sleep. A lot of this is like trying to get the quest done, but also trying to keep your character alive, so it's a lot of sleeping and eating. But in the meantime, I have some blackberry ginger ale. Yumminess. Delicious. Alright, so he is waking up. I do also have to make sure I remember to do these, so are we actually like in the castle? Or do we stay in the castle? Interesting. Town squares wanna go. Because we've got taxes to pay. Yep. Where is he at? There he is. Um, yep. We need to head to the castle to pass an edict. Alrighty. So I think it's over here, right? No, right secured. How do we pass an edict on this? Um, I do not know. Oh, oh, yeah. That's how we do that. Okay, well, these both suck. So, Tridonia's gonna hate us. Invest and find timbers from Craftle for the kingdom's long-term savings, or tax Tridonian gem exports to help relieve the mushroom crisis in Craftle. How about that, I guess? Oh gosh. Let's just call for a vote and we can get a better look at it. Ugh. Alright, requires seals of royalty for anyone working in the castle. It's not good for Craftle. The throne will support the family of any builder injured while on the job. Let's do that one. Yay! Alright, so that's done. Okay, so we have to go back to the forest and just keep getting secrets, I guess. I really hope I don't have to do this 40 times though, because that's gonna be kind of annoying. So. Oh gosh. I forget how warm this really is, like. Terrence was making his way along an unknown forest path when he came upon an effervescent spring. Smelling slightly of sulfur. Fanciful childhood tales of secret healing springs danced in his head. Oh. Dixon, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I hope you're having a good day. What was that? Oh, yeah. So we can either take a drink or don't touch it. So take a drink. The tales were true. This could be one of the mysterious healing springs that appeared from time to time. Underspy Terrence would take a drink to test the spring and bottle up as much as he could. Or one would never drink water from the forest casually. It was usually fouled by animal excrement or worse, dead corpses. It could even be a breeding ground for toxic blood moss. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to drink water from the forest personally, especially if it smells like sulfur. Just saying. That's not good. Yes. Underspy Terrence ignored the sparkling spring, knowing that only a fool would drink from a random pool of water. Still, those childhood stories must have been based on something. Continuing on down the trail, the thought nagged him for the rest of the day. You haven't played it since it first came out? Yeah, I don't play it too often. It is probably one of my favorite Sims games, though. Honestly, I'd say it's probably like my second or third favorite, because Sims 4 is my favorite, followed very closely by Sims 2. I guess if I had to probably go with a pattern, actually, I'd say Sims 4, Sims Medieval, then Sims 2, because I do like my medieval times stuff. So, but how are you? I hope you're doing well. Got anything going on today that's super exciting? It's almost the weekend. Got any weekend plans? I know I'm not doing too much this weekend, I don't think. Other than stream on Sunday, but that's basic stuff. Not basic stuff, but I do it every week, so nothing really new. Underspy Terrence was able to follow the trail of a few footsteps and came upon a few brigands taking a break in the woods, yada yada yada. I have to do this 40 times. Son of a gun. I'm just gonna keep queuing this up then. as many times as it'll let me. Ooh, JK, cause we're super hungry. It hit you real good in the medieval special interest you've had for some reason. Nothing crazy going on. Maybe stream this evening, but other than that, so my doggo. Nice! What kind of games do you stream? Are you a Sims person as well, or since you do like Sims Medieval, do you stream a lot of the Sims, or? Sims isn't the only thing that I stream. I do mainly cozy games, but YouTube is kind of where I do all of my main Sims stuff. Um, Although I am streaming Sims 4 on Sunday, so it do be the Sims weekend. I'm just gonna fast forward through this so he gets home quickly. Oh gosh. Alright, let's make some food. Oh, and there's the YouTube link for you. I forget how often I have that set to come through. I can't remember if it's 10 minutes or 15 minutes. I feel like it's 10 minutes. I don't know. I'm trying to advertise it a lot because I am kind of on a YouTube grind almost. Although I haven't made anything this week. I was gonna make something yesterday and then I didn't end up doing it, but maybe I'll record something tomorrow because I do have something in mind. So. Alrighty, and once that's done, then we go back to the forest. Whoop. Yesterday you played The Sims 2 for like 7 hours. You just started streaming on your laptop again, so you don't have a lot of PC games, but you also played some Fall Guys on your PlayStation. Nice. I've seen a lot of people play Fall Guys. I have a lot of people, especially who I follow, who've been playing Fall Guys a lot more recently. And think it's probably just because it's free now. Like it was a game that people were playing a lot when it first came out too, but now that it's free, I think everyone else is kind of playing it. It's not my type of game personally, and I do worry that the graphics are going to be too much for my eyes. Certain games just don't sit well with me, and they make it very easy for me to start feeling nauseous. So there's some games that I can't physically play. Um, but I want to play Sims 2 so bad again. Like the version that I have doesn't work anymore. Anytime that I go into it, it crashes, and I tried fixing it and it didn't do anything, which really sucks. But very colorful and busy. Yeah. So like my fiance, well, words. My fiance and I just started playing a game like I want to say it was earlier this week. We tried out a game called Wobbly Life. And the camera on it just moves so quickly, and I got sick real fast. I was done. I could not handle it. Have you seen Claire Chabon's TS2 video? Possibly. I do watch Claire. I thought she made multiple videos of her playing The Sims 2 though. I don't entirely remember. I'm very behind on like all of her videos. I did watch her video today of her, or was it today? Yeah, or it was from yesterday. Of her making the nursery for uh like in The Sims to plan out the nursery that they're gonna have in real life for when their baby gets here in October. Um, but I don't know. Like I really am super behind. I thought she had more than one video. I may have watched the video and I just don't remember it, but I'm pretty sure she had multiple. I don't know. Most likely, yes. um, I do watch a lot of people on YouTube who play The Sims, and I especially enjoy watching their videos of them playing the earlier versions of The Sims, especially for like their first time. But the first video is the one with information. Yeah. I've attempted to follow that a little bit, and yeah, I can always give it another go. My fiance has some physical copies of The Sims 1 and Sims 2 as well, so we may try to get those uh working on like another computer at some point. Um, but for now, I just can't play them, at least on the PC version. I do have some kind of early Sims games. I have like the Sims 2 Pets on, and it's gonna sound horrible, but I have it on Wii. Um, and I haven't done a console stream yet, but now that I do live with my fiance, I do have access to a capture card, so I can start streaming games that I have on consoles. Um, but yeah, we actually have an Xbox 360 on the way, so I can play my few Harry Potter games that I do have on there again. So yeah, gonna unpause that, and then I need to queue all of this up again, because I have to do this 40 times apparently. Okay, such fun. Yeah. Ooh, new thing. There's definitely something afoot. The number of brigands seen around Koala Kingdom has increased in recent days, and many of the townspeople are afraid to venture outside the town. I must figure out how these brigands continue to evade the town's guard. Almost none of them have been captured, despite their obvious presence. Could any of them be hiding in the cave? Possibly. Give me 1 second. Give us just a second, folks. My computer is acting up. Alrighty. So you need to get a capture card for your PS2 because you have The Sims 2 on PlayStation 2 and you think the herbs. Yeah, I have the herbs on PlayStation 2 also. Palin has it on Xbox One. I'm not entirely sure which console he has it on. But we have an Xbox original, Xbox One X, a Wii. We're getting the Xbox 360, and then I brought over a PlayStation 2 from my house, and then we both have Switches. So we got a few consoles, but definitely not all of them in the world. Yeah, if you guys are kind of wondering what's happening, my computer is getting way too hot to the point that a part of the screen is flickering. And so if it gets worse, I'll probably have to end stream. But yeah, it's not really something that I can do anything about, unfortunately, because all of my fans are running and they're at the max speed, and it's just not doing anything right now. So, um, so yeah. There's definitely something afoot. The number of brigands seen around Koala Kingdom has increased in recent days, and many of the townspeople are afraid to venture outside the town. I must figure out how these brigands continue to evade the town's guard. Almost none of them have been captured, despite their obvious presence. Could any of them be hiding in the cave? So yeah. Yeah, I mean, the computer itself is okay. It's just getting really hot, so it's a cooling issue. But if I let it sit for a little bit, if I like shut it down completely, give it some time to just not be hot anymore, it'll be okay. But yeah, I think I've been playing games that are uh for whatever reason just being a bit too hot, or like my cooling pad might have some stuff like preventing it from giving it its full power. Somewhere we have like a can of compressed air that we can use to get out any dust or anything, but I don't know where it's at right now, unfortunately. So, but yeah, it do be flickering a lot, so I gotta be a little bit careful. Oh. Taking the overgrown long way through the forest, Underspy Terrence happened upon an ugly, squat little hut. The cries of children could scarcely be heard through the mist. Dark smoke billowed from the crooked chimney. Peeking through a greasy window, a witch could be seen preparing a dinner cauldron with two terrified children sitting at the table. Rescue them. The poor innocent children needed to be rescued immediately. A varicose stooped over gray-haired witch couldn't be that hard to fight off, right? Just needed to eat too. In today's economy, children are probably a nutritious alternative to the usual jury herb and barley stew. Yeah, we're not sacrificing the kids. So, what does that say? Underspy Terrence crept up behind the old hag and pushed her into the fire, where she shrieked and popped like a sack of Kraftolian firecrackers before exploding with an evil laugh. The children were quickly released, shedding tears of joy and relief. Poking around the fire, Terrence could find no trace of the witch's body. How had she escaped? Yeah, Hansel and Gretel, basically. Just without a candy house. Just a tiny hut. I've learned that the brigands seem quite intent on robbing the trade caravans going out of Koala Kingdom, but seem to magically know which ones are filled with supplies that are useful for their invasion, and which simply have food in them. When I get a chance, I should try to accompany one of these caravans and squeeze a little information out of any of the brigands that dare attack us. Um, Gosh, we've only gotten 10 secrets. This is gonna take forever because we have to do this so many times. But thank you, Vixen. I appreciate it. I'll try to get a video out sometime this weekend. Like I said, I am planning on probably recording something tomorrow. I want to do a random genetics thing because I haven't done any Creatissims challenges yet on the channel, and so I think that'd be fun to do. So yeah, I'm usually pretty good time-wise about getting things done in a single day, so I can get it recorded tomorrow, I can edit, make a thumbnail, and get it all out within a few hours. So we'll see. We'll see how quickly I can manage to do that. We'll see what time I get up tomorrow. Like, I can sleep in, well, not sleep in. I can stay in bed for a long time, but I can be wide awake and still in bed. So. Underspy Terrence was walking through the forest when he looked to the side and saw an injured little pink pixie, frantically buzzing in a dusty circle with a stuck wing. The poor little pixie, she just needed a little help so she could fly away. Maybe if Underspy Terrence was kind, the tiny creature would reward him with a little something special, if he was careful not to crush her tiny body. Or Underspy Terrence now had exactly one mission in life, to catch the pink little pest. He would have to grab her quickly before she escaped. Live pixies were worth a small fortune. No, we released the pixie. Underspy Terrence started reaching towards the scared little pixie as gently as possible, but this just terrified the winged creature even more. It fiercely buzzed and bounced down the road and tripped, squeaking into a small stream, where it was quickly washed away, its fate unknown. Oops. Oh no, the pixie! I think we killed it. Okay, well he is hungry and tired, and we can't complete our quest if he is dead, so. What do you use to edit, if you don't mind me asking? I use DaVinci Resolve. It's a free program, and it isn't too difficult to learn, honestly. There's a bunch of tutorial videos on the tiniest things. I've had to watch a few for like how to speed up clips, how to add text to clips, or to the video in general. It's not too difficult, honestly. I have a lot of friends who use DaVinci Resolve as well, so I think I could definitely recommend it. I can't do any like major edits, but I think that's more of just an issue of me not being talented in editing. I'm doing very simple things, but it works, and I'm sure there are ways to do more more impressive things on that on the program, but I don't know how to do them, unfortunately. But yeah, so DaVinci Resolve, really good. Definitely recommend. So added it to your notes. Awesome. Oh. Oh, no, that's from Forestel. So he's making some food. Gotta eat. Yay. Gotta sleep, because holy crap. So, he's like me. All he needs in life is to be able to sleep and eat, and he's good. And then he can do whatever else he wants. Our needs are the same. Alright, I will fast forward through that, actually. I'll fast forward through task. Are you a Sims 4 person too? Do you like the game at all? Are you gonna watch the Sims stream today? They're going over the high school expansion that's supposed to be coming out at the end of the month. So can I actually go to the cave and get secrets from here, or does it have to be specifically the forest? Oh, no, I can do the cave too. I don't have to do the forest all the time. Ouch. what do you do? I've managed to decipher a few of these disparate conversations and clues I've come across now, and I think I figured out a few key facts. The brigands are stationed in the forest, and they are definitely receiving help. I'm drinking soda, and some of the carbonation came out of my nose. Ooh, that was not a pleasant feeling. I also have it on good authority that my rooms were previously used by some of the same brigands who now threaten our kingdom. You play The Sims 4 mostly on PS4, but you've got a decent amount of packs on console. Nice. I have all of the packs that have released with The Sims 4. I don't have all of the kits. The only kit that I don't have is the Modern Menswear kit. I don't really play with male Sims that much. Honestly, I just kind of find them boring. So I don't play with them as much, so I'm not really a big stickler about getting more clothes for male people, so the fact that you attach your account to the console version, you have to buy them twice if you want console and PC. Yeah, that's what sucks about it. I don't think I'll ever play The Sims 4 on console because I do play The Sims with a lot of mods and custom content, and I don't think I could ever play The Sims 4 without my mods and custom content because I absolutely adore them. And unfortunately, with console, you just don't get mods and custom content because they won't allow that. So. But yeah. I think a lot of, like, especially newer simmers, I wish knew that, like, if you ever make the switch from console to PC, that you do have to buy the games again, which really does suck. But I really do wish that some people had the knowledge. I know not everyone can afford a decent computer that can run The Sims 4 because Sims 4 is a pretty hefty game, no matter how smooth they try to make packs to be able to run on computers. Like, the game itself is just it's too big for lower end computers to handle anyway. No computer you've ever wanted or you've ever had wanted to run smoothly. Yeah. Does it run a lot smoother on console then? I've never seen any Sims 4 gameplay from console. Everyone that I watch usually just plays on the PC. So I've never seen, like, well, actually I take that back kind of, because one of my friends tried to play The Sims 4 on PC on stream a few days ago, and he ended up doing it on console instead because he couldn't get it to run very well on his computer without OBS freaking out. So I got to see some of the Create-A-Sim stuff using the console, but that was it. Which, like, it was the first time I'd ever seen the UI for the game on console as well, which looks pretty cool, honestly. But I personally prefer the UI for computer, but that's because I've been playing it for years. You have nearly no lag in live mode for the most part. You have VODs up right now of you playing on PS4. Oh yeah, for sure. I'll have to check that out probably later today because I'm not planning on streaming for too long. I'll probably end around the time that the Sim stream starts. My old went back when I was living at home, because I moved states about a month ago. It hasn't been quite a month, I guess. A few more days. But back when I was living at home a few states away, I had a typical, like, day job. I worked in fast food for 3 years. And back then, the Sims team kind of ran on a schedule for when they released updates and did streams and all that. And for whatever reason, even before I, like, adjusted my work schedule, I kept getting scheduled during the days, like, every Tuesday. And that's when the live streams would be and all the updates and all that stuff. And I missed them every single time because I kept getting scheduled to work that day over the stream. and so I never got to see it live. So now I'm like, I must watch every Sims live stream for the PAX because I'm making up for lost time from my day job back home. But if you attach a mouse and keyboard to the console, the UI changes and you wouldn't even know. Nice. That's kind of a fun little tidbit I didn't know about. I didn't even know that you could attach like a mouse and keyboard to console stuff. I thought it was strictly the console remotes. That's cool. Oh gosh. Blackberry ginger ale. Best thing ever. I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but this is one of my favorite drinks of all time. And I haven't had it in like 4 years. So. There are a few hints of an old brigand hideout in a part of this cave. Alright, so we got 15 secrets. So I suppose if I just queue this up a few times as well. Oh gosh. Uh... I need to clean off my desk a little bit. You worked in food for a long time and it ripped your soul away. Yeah, I'm... Ooh, sorry. That ginger ale is so good that, like, it does a bunch of stuff. But yeah, I worked in fast food for 3 years. I worked at the same place for 3 years. Like, I must have been doing something right because they kept me around. I, like, almost had a chance of getting fired one time. Because I was struggling to physically do something. But like, here's kind of what happened. So, we have to manually put ice into our soda machine out in the dining room, and in order to reach it, we have to get on this not very sturdy ladder and lift a giant heavy ass bucket of ice over our heads into the thing while trying to steady ourselves on a not sturdy ladder with no back behind us. Nothing to catch us if we fall. Me, who is afraid of heights and doesn't like to be off the ground, and also with no strength in my arms to be able to physically lift the bucket over my head and get it into the machine without getting hurt, never really wanted to do the ice stuff because I couldn't. So this became an issue for them upon seeing that I was struggling with it. And my general manager, who I had an on and off relationship with that was good, like, he was kind of an asshole in the beginning. Like, I wasn't a big fan of him at first. He became a little bit more chill over time. But in the beginning, it was horrible. And I came into work one day and he wanted to talk to me about it. And he was like, if you're unable to do this, like you said on your during your interview, then we'll probably have to let you go. And it pissed me off because I was like, you know, I was hired like a year ago, right? And like, I've been working here in over a year. I have lost a little bit of strength because I don't eat very well. I don't really exercise. My body is not as stable as it was a year ago. Why is this such an issue for you? So, but I was really pissed with that. But that was the only real incident that I ever had at my job. And like, I was fine the rest of the time that I was there. So, but I'm lucky my general manager got better and realized that he was kind of an asshole micromanager. And just, as much as I enjoyed my coworkers, the job itself was very so I'm happy I don't work there anymore. As Underspy Terrence hugged a slick cave wall overlooking a deep, echoing chasm, he spied a magnificent, sparkling hunk of ore protruding from the rock, tantalizingly out of reach. We can either reach for it. There were a few rocks lying around that could be stacked, and if a person balanced just right, that beautiful ore could be snagged easily, or forget it. There was no sane way to get up to the ore. It was very likely that Underspy Terrence would fall and slip to his death. It was beautiful, but it belonged to the cave. You were really good at your job, but the pressure and watching new employees not be formally trained anymore and feeling like you're taking way more workload than I need to, even as a shift manager. You got fired, for long story short, he says. I had an attitude problem. Fired me the same day he told me I was one of the few he trusted for important things. Interesting. Yeah, I never had an attitude. Well, I say that, but we had a meeting one time about how when we come in and the staff asks how we're doing, we need to stop answering with we're tired or anything deprecating or anything like that. Because our coworkers are tired too, and no one really wants to work this job, but we got to do it, and blah 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 blah. So basically, just come in positively, even if you're not doing okay. Leave that at the door and be positive 24/7. I really hate fast food as a job. I understand the especially in America, fast food is a big deal because we're all super duper lazy, and fast food's very convenient and blah. But having worked in the fast food industry, I can tell you it is hell. Just I hate it. It doesn't stop me from getting fast food, knowing that kind of the behind the scenes of actually working in fast food. But I do know to treat the staff with respect and be kind, and I'm a kind person in general usually anyway. As a millennial, I speak in self-deprecative jokes. Exactly. It's our language for anyone from the oh gosh. Is my mom a millennial? I don't know. I'm the very start of Gen Z. I'm earlier days. I don't know how familiar you are with this whole thing of anyone from a certain time period, a very select few years. It's I'm not old enough to be considered a millennial. I don't really want to identify with Gen Z. No, they're Gen X. Okay. I'm I don't know entirely what I don't know what years millennial starts at, but I think it's basically anywhere from 1998 until 2000. I want to say 2004. Those are kind of the years that are not. Well, actually, I guess technically it'd be 2000 to 2004. But those are the very few years where it's we're not as bad as the rest of Gen Z. I have a younger brother. He was born in 2008. And he is kind of your definition of what I think a lot of people think Gen Z is overall. Because I was born very shortly after the 90s ended, I still grew up with a lot of 90s shows, lots of the toys that were around in the 90s. I don't really associate myself with Gen Z. I don't like to do that. But I can't consider myself a millennial either because I was born at the end of 2001. So, yeah. So yeah, I'm in that weird mix, but I grew up on Oh gosh, what are some of the cartoons that I watched? I watched a lot of PBS Kids, so it was like Dragon Tales, Maya and Miguel, Arthur, which I didn't watch a lot of Arthur actually. I wasn't a big fan of that show. Don't hate me. Um, but like I watched a lot of cartoons. Actually, nothing like the other younger folks that you know. Yeah, for sure. Like it's a very small group of people that were born between this year and another year. So, yeah, I know there's a lot that I missed out on because, like, even then, like, exactly. Jack and Tales is probably one of my favorites. But I grew up a lot on the earlier Disney shows as well, not just like PBS Kids. Like, I grew up on PBS Kids, uh, Disney Channel, some Nickelodeon, but I watched a lot more of like my time was like Drake and Josh and iCarly and that kind of stuff. That's kind of when I was watching Nickelodeon. Like Disney Channel for me was the Lilo and Stitch series, Hannah Montana, That's So Raven, uh, for like High School Musical, Wizards of Waverly Place. Like I watched a lot of Disney Channel when I was younger, so. But I think for me, oh gosh, when did I stop watching stuff? Like Disney Channel for me kind of ended after Descendants 3. That's the last like Disney Channel original movie that I watched, and I think after the first Descendants movie release, that's kind of the time period that I really stopped watching Disney Channel and uh, a lot of the stuff in general, and I started moving on to other stuff like American Pickers and Storage Wars, which are very like dad shows. But I enjoy them, and it's very, very weird. I have a weird taste in shows. Mm. I did watch a lot of paranormal documentaries though, growing up. So I want to forget Thor because I don't want to accidentally kill him. So I watched a lot of the same stuff that you. Yeah, I actually saw. So I was really little at this time, but I saw not High School Musical, the Hannah Montana movie, in theaters. I also saw High School Musical 3 in the theater, which is very weird to think because these are movies that you would think would just premiere on Disney Channel. But no, they were in actual theaters and they had like actual premieres for them, and I went to them. So, you love Pickers and Pawn Stars, Ghost Adventures. Oh yeah. I think my favorite paranormal show that I grew up with, or did I grow up with it? I don't know. I watched a lot of Ghost Hunters, like the earlier ones where it was like Jay and Grant, Amy, Adam, I think KJ was part of it too, Tango, Steve, like I that's kind of my genre of that. I watched a lot of A Haunting as well, and I actually have seasons 1 through 6 on DVD. It's probably one of my favorite things ever. I actually bought it from my uncle at one of our family yard sales. So I have a interesting taste in shows for sure. I have a lot of actually paranormal documentaries on DVD. So I have like uh America's Most Haunted or something like that. Hauntings in America. I don't know. Something. Me and four friends saw High School Musical 3 in theater when it dropped, and we were all giddy and yelling, walking from the movies over to Walmart. Yeah, I think when I saw High School Musical 3, I think it was. I'm trying to remember who all it was. It was me and my mom, and I can't remember if we brought anyone else with us to see it. I feel like we did. I remember Hannah Montana the movie though. It was my mom and I, my aunt and my cousin, who is just a little bit younger than I am. We went there, and I remember the picture of Robbie Ray Cyrus showing up on the screen as like the opening thing, the whole theater, everyone just started screaming. Really, really funny. I don't know why my mom did not understand it, but oh god. You rewatch the scream scene on YouTube when Zac takes his shirt off like 100 times. I never had a big thing for Zac Efron, honestly. I didn't have a lot of Disney crushes growing up. For me, my Disney crush was probably Nick Jonas. Like, I thought he was the cutest out of all the Jonas brothers. Oh gosh. But no, I never had like a full on like Disney crush on anyone other than Nick. Um and that I eventually grew out of that. I'm trying to think if I did have any other Disney crushes, but I don't think I did. But I definitely did not have the attraction to Zac Efron that everyone else seemed to have. So, but he was it. Heavy agree. Nick is the cutest. Oh yeah, everyone else was like freaking out over Joe Jonas, and I was just like, but Nick with the curly hair. Oh gosh. Oh, I love it. I could talk about Disney Channel for days, honestly, because I grew up on some really cool things, and I'm very lucky that I grew up with what I did because I haven't watched anything on Disney Channel like a very long time, and I think right now it's like stuff like Amphibia and whatever else. I don't know. Your cousin had Jonas Brothers posters all over her room. It's beautiful. I never had posters of any of my crushes growing up. The only like kind of Disney poster I had was of Hannah Montana, and I still have it actually, I think. Or did I bring it with me? I have no clue. I might have thrown it away. I don't know. Um, I hope I didn't, but I feel like I did. But it was a Hannah Montana poster, and on the back of it, was like a bunch of Hannah Montana themed items that you could like buy at one time or another. You know those like catalogs, the paper catalogs that you'd get of like toys and all that stuff that you could get your family for like Christmas and stuff for like kids and stuff. And then you'd flip the page and it'd have like an exclusive like poster of this person inside. That's what that was. Going into high school, you had the Sprouse Twins poster, the dude from Ned's Declassified, Justin Bieber, and Zac Efron. Oh yeah, yeah. Trying to think if I had a crush on either of the Sprouse twins. Like, I don't think I really did. Actually, I have a talent for being able to tell twins apart, even if they're supposed to be identical, because they're not always identical. The only twins that I've ever met in my life, well, actually, I've met like 2 pairs of twins that I've met in my life. And I really could not tell either of them apart except for like one feature, and I had to keep track of it. But these 2 younger girls who I grew up with, basically, the way that I told them apart was their backpacks, which backpack they had. And then when I was in high school, there were some twins who were older than me, but they had different hair colors. Like they dyed their hair different colors. And so that's how I told them apart. And I wrote it down on my notes in my phone for who had what hair color. But twins like Cole and Dylan Sprouse, it's very easy for me to tell them apart because their features are slightly different. If you ever watched House of Anubis, I don't know if you watched it or not. One of the characters, the actress has a twin sister who was with her in season 2 for a little bit. And they're supposed to be like identical twins, but I can still tell them apart very easily as well. Like it's very weird, but they don't look identical to me, and I can easily tell who is who. So, but yeah. Oh gosh, it's really hot in here. Terrence looked humbly down at his feet and kicked at the loose stones on the floor, disgruntled with his decision. Surprised, Terrence realized he had just uncovered a similar stone of twice the size hidden underfoot. What luck. He didn't die, but he still got his stones. Fantastic. You could always tell them apart, and you always liked Dylan more. You know, 2 sets from your high school in your grade, 1 in the grade below us. The twins in your grade were really tall, and their faces were different in the same way as the Sprouses. And the one was more sporty. Yeah. Oh! I just thought of another pair of twins that I actually know. So I know 3 pairs of twins. However, one of the sets of twins is actually a boy and a girl, so it's very easy to tell them apart. Because they are not identical. They are actually fraternal, for sure. Because, you know, boy, girl, yeah. But I think Helena was older, but she was a lot taller than her brother, like a lot taller. Which was very surprising to me. For some reason, since they were twins, I was expecting them to be the same height, because I don't know why. But yeah, so 3 sets of twins, but only 2 of them are really identical. So. 1 second. There we go. My mic did not want to turn back on. The girls were the most identical twins you'd ever met and also did similar activities. Yeah. I wanted a twin when I was younger. I actually, this is super embarrassing. But when I was in elementary school, that's kind of where I started the thing about me having a twin, and I pretended that I was my twin, basically. Um, and so I was like, anytime people would question me on it, I was like, well, we have switched for the day, so Ken is actually at my school, and I'm pretending to be her today, and I'm going to her school, and that stuff, but it was just me, and it was really stupid. Um, and I had my twin's name be Elizabeth, which is my mom's middle name. And I don't know why I thought about having it be Elizabeth. Like, I don't know why that was the first thing that came to mind, but it was. Um, Eventually, people found out that I wasn't actually a twin and that I had made everything up and blah. But like, I really wanted a twin because I thought it would be fun to have a twin, and I obviously did not get to have that option. I think part of it also was just me wanting a sister at the time. Because it's just me and my brother, which was really sucky. But in middle school, in like 6th grade, I made a friend who basically became my sister. So she's the only person who has ever called my parents mom and dad. So I mean, she is basically my sister. My parents consider her my sister. Like, can you imagine having to birth 2 babies back to back? A girl you know had twins and she was huge. Oh yeah. Like, I imagine how painful it is. I imagine how painful it is to have 1 kid. Which is probably why I don't want kids, because I know of how painful it is. I have huge tocophobia. But you were an only child until 8 or 9. Had a steady imaginary friend. Yeah, like my brother. So, I was not quite 7 when my brother was born. I was a little more than 6.5, and like, he was very sweet when he was tiny, but then he started talking. And unfortunately now he is a teenager, and he gets on my nerves. He's 13, I'm 20. we could not be more different. He has horrible friends who are like super bad influences. He's gotten into some legal trouble. He has not done very good things, and it's like, I am basically the golden child. I really am just, yeah. Like, I may not have done well at some classes in school. I at least turned my assignments in. Thank you very much. Yeah, and then he started talking, and now all he ever says is cuss words. Which, don't get me wrong, I cuss too, probably a little bit more than I should, but I'm an adult. He is not. So, I'm just speaking the truth. But yeah, so huge age gap between me and him. We can't really relate to each other, and gosh, what time is it? It's 1:21. Yeah. So I'm just gonna have him keep going through the rocks to try to get secrets and stuff. So, oop. Aha! I just discovered enough to finally figure out those bits of conversation I'd heard. Those were codes that translate into the key to some sort of map. With the map in my possession, I should be able to find the brigands' camp. Okay. Oh hey, I still have more duties. Aw man, I have to go I should probably do one of my responsibilities. Docks. Or, no. Judgment Zone. I don't have any meat. God damn it, I can't feed it. Your 13-year-old sister is worse than me and you cuss a lot. You think we're in the same time zone? Yeah, probably. I just moved to Eastern a few weeks ago. I was living in Central originally. And now I live here. So I've had to adjust to being in a different time zone, and it's a little bit weird being in a place where everything is like an hour later than I'm used to. But, so we found 24 secrets so far out of 40. Oh gosh. I'm gonna spend like the entire stream just looking for secrets. That's what I'm doing here. So. I know. It's fine. A few hints of an old brigand hideout in part of the cave. Yada yada yada. Oh. Be threatened? What? You're being mugged from inside the cave? Oh, yeah he is. Hi. You went to Arizona to visit family for 2 weeks and it took you out for the first 3 days trying to catch up. Oh yeah, because that is a big time change. Like, it wasn't fun for me either. I went to California a few years ago, and California was 2 hours behind where I was used to being, or where I lived at the time. So trying to adjust to that. Oh god. And I was only in California for like a week. So a week in a time zone, 2 hours behind your own. It's oh gosh. Hey, did we win? I think we won. Nope, it's still going. Come on, Terrence. You can't imagine trying to travel to like the UK and adjust. Oh yeah. That would be horrible. I have never left the country, but I can imagine anyone who does has some like major jet lag. And like, oh gosh. I feel bad for anyone who leaves the country and has to adjust to time zones because I can barely handle the time zones in just the US, being in a new one. Ah, shit. Did we lose? We lost. Well, fantastic. Right. Well, he's knocked out, so that's fun. Oh, so can I just speed through his knockout process? Because we got things to do. I'm probably gonna send him home so we can get some food, because hungry. Hello. Make food. Yummy gruel. No, he's not dead, just knocked out. Now, if he was dead, we would have gotten a pop-up, I'm sure, of like, this character has now died. Go to a different quest. Or like a, quest failed. I have never killed any of my Sims in this game. I did have a quest, where there was like a plague that was happening, and I had to find a cure for it. So my, apothecary dude, made a potion or something to try to cure it. He gave it to someone who had the plague, and it killed that person. But none of my Sims have died yet. Watching the final looked like he wasn't too hot. Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of sword training, unfortunately. Not like my Sim self in this universe where I am the queen. So. Because of course I was gonna name the queen after myself. Like, she's ruling over Koala Kingdom. My community is the Koala Kingdom. I am the Koala Queen. Oh gosh. Alright, so we're at 27 secrets. I do want to try to get through all of the secret stuff by the end of stream, or before I end stream at least. So that way when we do come back to this, we don't have to worry about it anymore. So can I do Path to Village? I wonder if there's any secret stuff over here. Huh? What did that say? Wait. Oh, success odds low. Maybe we don't do that yet. We can just go back to the cave and... Oh. Nope. More forest, maybe? Autumn, how are you? Can I get a shout out for Autumn, please? Congratulations on being first. Oh gosh. Underspite Terrence was wandering through the forest when he heard some chanting and drumming in the distance. Making his way stealthily through the brush, he spied a throng of tall navy blue elves dancing around a glowing white tree. We can either spy on them. It was incredible luck. The navy blue elves were the most elusive and skittish of all elves. Witnessing one of their religious ceremonies was unheard of. Underspy Terrence hid in the bushes. He might see what would happen next. Perhaps they would even leave some artifact behind. Thank you, Palin. Or we can chop it down. It was a crystal Blanc tree. I can't really read that right now. If the old stories were correct, they only grew in dry, alkaline soils filled with mithril and magic crystals. If Underspy Terrence were to chop it down, he could claim the treasure. Why don't we just spy on them? We're a spy after all. Our job is to spy. I'm doing alright. Just doing a little small stream today because The Sims is doing a stream in about half an hour actually to talk about the new expansion coming in like 2 weeks. And I really want to watch it because I don't get to watch the Sims live streams much, or I didn't in the past. So yeah, just a kind of short stream today. Doing some Sims Medieval and yeah. So, got anything exciting going on? Any weekend plans? Underspy Terrence crept forward and observed the Blue Elves' sacred ceremony around the glowing tree. After singing prayers to the spirits of their ancestors, they departed in silence, and the tree grew dim. Still enchanted by the sylvan scene, Terrence walked forward and hugged the tree goodbye, and then turned to leave, but stubbed his toe on a small, heavy stone. Mana stones, he exclaimed, and quickly gathered up a few more. Nothing wrong with short, just chores and a few streams planned with Prime. Nice. Taking a break in the woods. Yeah. So we're kind of doing a little bit of grindiness in the game right now because we have to get 40 secrets about this invasion stuff, and it's taking a little bit. So, Underspy Terrence saw a traveling merchant lying along the mountain path. He appeared to be injured in some way and in need of assistance. As Terrence approached, the merchant weakly reached towards him and mouthed the word help. So, so we can either help. The pitiful merchant was clearly in need of medical attention. A few stores from Terrence's pack would do the trick. It wouldn't cost more than a few gold simoles to place. Our opportunity, the merchant was clearly helpless and probably near death. Why waste good supplies on someone who was doomed, and more importantly, why pass up free goods that would probably just be salvaged by the next traveler anyway? Terrence could leave the merchant for dead and take everything of value. No, we are good people. We help those in need. The merchant was able to pull through. Being very grateful, he gave Terrence some of his merchandise and promised to sing the praises of Koala Kingdom wherever his travels took him. See what being a good person does for us. It rewards us. We get rewarded for being good people. So, good things to those who wait. Good things to those who don't leave people for dead. I'm getting close. I can feel it. The brigands have begun to notice me. I must be extra cautious now more than ever. Alright, so we only need 10 more secrets, and then I'll probably call it. Do-do, do-do. Ooh. We may have to come back to this because he's kind of dying again, so. But we are very close, so. We can come back to this in just a little bit. So. Quit talking to people, you're dying. Night night. we also have some things we have to do, unfortunately. So we can't just be doing secrets all the time. We do actually have responsibilities to uphold. So, all right, let's go do this thing real quick. Let's be friendly. Why not? We have to talk to this pirate person and interrogate them, but kindly. We'll just get to know a little bit. We can be friends, can't we? Oh gosh. I hope the stream has been stable enough, because OBS is kinda... Yeah, I haven't seen it buffer at all though, so... Oh, the interrogation chair. Where's the interrogation chair? Is it this? No. What is the interrogation chair? Where is that at? Judgment Zone? Okay. No. I don't know where the interrogation chair is. uh, I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably gonna shirk this responsibility because I don't know where the interrogation chair is, and we have important things to do. So, go back to the cave. Ooh. No. God damn it, woman. Quit mugging us. We're trying to do our job here. Oh, we won. Hell yeah. Oh, hey. We are not doing good right now. Yikes. It's fine. Everything's fine. This is fine. Let's just go back to the forest. And hope for the best. Yeah, man. He is not doing well right now. Holy. While out handling business in the forest, Underspy Terrence happened upon a lone red-eyed chinchilla, greedily stuffing its cheeks with flowers and grasses. It appeared to be an infant dire chinchilla, somehow separated from its horde. You're gonna hop off and try to scrounge some food. No problem. I hope you find some food, and thank you. And I will check out your stuff later today. So, in Autumn, you're gonna lurk running a quick dungeon with Prime. No problem. Enjoy your lurkies. Nobody could ever catch these, or if Underspy Terrence could just pounce on and capture the thing without crushing it, he would have his very own live dire chinchilla. Think of the decorative and resale possibilities. Or nobody could ever catch these things alive. They either went down fighting for their lives or escaped down their work. Dirty tunnels to Watcher knows where, or they ate your face. It was dangerous. Let's avoid it. Knowing well he could return and try to catch Chinchilla later. Yada yada yada. Alright. We only need a few more. Let's do this. Yeah, man. Woot. Go. Underspy Terrence was enjoying his little forest ramble when he came across a damp, overgrown meadow bisected by a tinkling brook. This is exactly where belladonna grows, he thought to himself. It always took a while to find rare belladonna, and it was messy work, but this was the perfect location to find the treacherous route. Nah. Well, look. Why not? Yay, we got some. Blah 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 blah. And we finished that. Okay. Only took forever. I think I've gotten what secrets I need. I've learned personal information that can be leveraged against the bandit leader, but I still need one piece of crucial information. The identity of the traitor. I have it narrowed down to a few suspects, but I need some solid proof. Alrighty. Well, you know what? I think we'll take care of that next time. Because I think I am done for now. So I've spent basically the entirety of stream just trying to get these secrets. So, yeah. But thank you all for hanging out today. I know this is kind of a shorter stream, but I got plans, to say the least. So I'm gonna go ahead and raid real quick, but I will get the music going, and yeah. Alrighty. So thank you all to everyone who hung out today. I will be back on Sunday with some Sims 4 Will Do Rags to Riches. And, oh, Koali, no, I'm ending. I'm sorry. But hi, welcome in, readers. It's okay. I'll be live again on Sunday with Sims 4. Oh gosh. My music is really, really loud. Hang on. Turn that down a little bit. I'm sorry. Well, hi, welcome in, raiders. Sorry. Yeah. We're gonna go read my friend Shattered, though, because he's doing a 12-hour stream today. Let me find my thing here. Oh, yeah. I should probably put my raid messages down, too, huh? If I haven't done that yet. Oh. Palin's on it. Oh. Except I can't even copy my own raid message. Hello. There we go. Alrighty. So anyway, we're gonna go raid Shattered. I'll be back on Sunday with Sims 4 Rags to Riches. And as I said, I will try to get a video out tomorrow. I'm planning on doing some random genetics for YouTube, so yeah. But I'm gonna go. Thank you all for hanging out. Koali, thank you for the raid. Anyone who does not know Koali, Koali is an amazing streamer. Lots of fun to hang out with. Very sweet. I gotta go. Let's go raid Shattered, and thank you all so much for hanging out. And I'm sorry that I was ending when you got here. Alrighty. Bye-bye.